Talk to him.
Yo, 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 yo. Welcome to another episode of Win on 3. We live right now, catching the game 3 of the NBA Finals with my boy Rob. Y'all go ahead, man. Subscribe to the channel. Share, like, leave a comment. Let us know what you think. What's up, what it do, what it do. Rob, what's good, man? We over
Hey,
here
hey, hey, man. Another
catching
one. I'm
the game, man.
always a pleasure to be on here with my boy. I'm enjoying
So,
enjoying
man.
these finals. We here.
Like I said, I know before we even got on, you said you rocking with OKC in 6. I'm rocking with them in 5. To be honest with you.
Okay. It's a tight one right here, man. It's a tight one right now. I know you streaming right now. It's a little behind me, but
Yeah, nah, I see it. It's tight, but I think OKC gonna come. OKC gonna stick it out. Cause I ain't gonna lie, I check the. I bet every now and then. I don't bet like I used to bet. You know what I'm saying? But I do check the lines. And the line today was they had that shit at 5.5. And what when betting, OKC just blew their ass out last game. So on the regular, you think they had that shit up at least 7, 8 points, 9 points, but it was 5.5, and the way it's looking like it was that bait. That's what you call that bait line. When you bring it down to 5, 4.5, 5.5, make it look sweet. You know what I'm saying? If you're looking at it, you're like, man, OKC gonna blow them out again. You know what I'm
Indiana at home though, so they gonna have a little momentum.
Yeah, they're gonna have momentum, but it's OKC.
The
With
game
me,
slowed down because when the game first started, like I was telling you earlier, OKC had I think it was an 8, 9 point lead for pretty much the whole first quarter, if
yeah,
not,
that
yeah.
was
And then Indiana been they chip. Now they win. They up by what?
they should already know though. One thing Indiana gonna do is goddamn fight to the end. You know what I'm saying? Unless it's a blowout in the fourth quarter and shit like that. So
Ain't
they're
no
gonna
quitting Indy, boy. They done
yeah,
they done proved it. They done showed it time and time again just in these playoffs.
that's one thing they're not gonna do. Sure enough is quit. You feel me? So now we gonna definitely gonna look at that. But I had a what you call it, man. I had a picture on my phone. Like I said, you see, my son just stole my phone from me because his tablet died. He came and took my phone away from me, bro. So what I was gonna say, man, I had a picture with they had them destinations talking about KD. Where the hell he trying to go at? What team could land KD? Let me go on X right quick. I know X gonna
I
give me that.
know. I know. Of course, it was Miami was one,
Yeah,
and then
Miami.
Warriors was one another one.
No, they had. I don't think they had Warriors on there. Warriors. That nigga going back to the Warriors.
I think it was like a slim one on that chance, but
What they gonna get? The thing with me with the Kevin Durant shit, right? With all these teams, I have to see like who y'all gonna give up, because we still gotta remember Kevin Durant is Kevin Durant now, but he is what 37, 38.
yeah, he up there. He definitely 36.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I know he. Yeah, that's why I said 37, 38. I know he 36
Yeah,
at
yeah.
least.
But he gonna be turning right. He gonna be turning
He gonna
37.
be he gonna be at least turning 37 or 38 coming this next year.
Yep.
So everybody that's thinking about it, they got to think about that too. Yeah, because they had Minnesota. Minnesota's one of the teams. Like you say, Miami was one of the teams. The Spurs, San Antonio.
Oh, I seen that. I seen that.
Right now, Indiana up right now. I know how to
Yeah,
keep up with
Indy up by 2.
them. Yeah.
Oh, well, them boys, I ain't gonna lie, this is a good game, and them boys are scrapping right now.
Oh yeah, New York. Yeah, them boys gonna scrap. But I'm saying the game's gonna get better now. New York
This
and
game to the world.
Houston Rockets.
I don't think that'll be. I think Houston. I wouldn't. If I was Houston, I wouldn't do. I wouldn't do that.
You wouldn't do that if you were Houston. The thing with me with Houston, right? Because most of these teams, right, you're gonna have to give up some young players. You see
You know
what I'm
who?
saying? Now, let me
Yeah,
cut
yeah.
my
That's the thing. I wouldn't mess
chart
that.
right there. Hold on one second. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. With Houston, you got to give up one of them young boys.
I wouldn't do it. You know, I don't think. I don't think really nobody's gonna give up. I think it's gonna be a team that's pretty much went at least out of the first round of the playoffs. I think it'll be a team like that.
That was out of the first round of the
Yeah,
playoffs.
that made it to the at least the second round. Put it like that. So I don't even see the only reason why I think Miami might get him. That's the only team that I think will get him. That's didn't make it out of the first round because he really. I think KD want to go to Miami. From what I heard, last year and because remember last year they say KD and Pat was talking, but I don't know how true that was. It was just word of mouth. But anybody want to come to Miami? I think KD want to come to Miami. I think, but I don't know, man.
And KD want to come to Miami.
It's a hard one. That's a hard one to say. Really, where KD finna go? I couldn't even tell you. What you think if you had to lean to one team?
If I'm leaning to one team, the team that I think he'll fit in right away is the Spurs. But the only thing with that, with me, right, the Spurs they might have to give up that rookie of the year, Castle.
Oh, yeah, he got rookie of the year.
Yeah,
Oh, that's crazy. I didn't even know
Spurs,
that.
yes, that's Stephon Castle. He got rookie of the year.
I
So
would dare do that.
you see what
If
I'm
I was
saying?
the Spurs, I'd stay away from that.
Because you're not gonna give up Fox. You either got to give up Fox or
And
Castle.
I wouldn't give up either one of them. Because
That's
Fox is what, 20, 26, 25, 26?
yeah, Fox. This is gonna be Fox like fifth year, something like that, fifth, sixth year at the most.
So
I
he
would have
say
to,
he's 26.
I would have to
You
double.
don't, you don't, you don't, you don't, man. You messing with a dynasty. I think Wimby Health is good. He'll be back next year, right?
Yeah, that's what
You
I'm
don't
saying.
mess with that. You don't mess with that nucleus. Them three right there,
Me,
and then
yeah,
they
that's what
got
I'm
other
saying. Me
people, but
personally, I wouldn't change him. I would keep Wimby with that team and see what they do next year before I even try to mess that up. You know what I'm saying? Because you got some veterans already there.
you let you let somebody go like that, and then you gonna regret it because he
It
gonna
would
be
be a
somewhere else.
mean lineup though. Wimby, Durant, Fox, but then you lose that young blood, man. That Castle. You use Castle, and I don't think
One thing about Durant, he's not a leader.
that's
I don't think he's a leader.
that's one
He's
thing he's not. That's one thing he tell you he's not. You feel
yeah,
me?
right. Okay, yeah, exactly.
Wimby let you know that. Wimby tell you he's not. He's
So
not.
yeah, I don't think it would be a good idea to stick him in. I think he got to go to a team. What would be a great fit would actually be the Warriors. You give up what's the young Bucks name over there that really didn't play too much in the playoffs?
Oh, they've
Maybe
been they've been trying to trade him. Kaminga.
yeah. What if they just trade Kaminga for him, but in a pick or something? I don't know, but I
Yeah,
think the Warriors. I think the Warriors. I think the best fit would actually be the Warriors. You got Jimmy. You got the four. You got the four nuclear. The four. Let them boys. Get a year, maybe two. They.
yeah.
Hey.
Because that's pretty much all you got with KD though. Is a year or two.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, you
Yeah,
definitely. KD definitely. Listen, man. KD. He's slim, so it's not like he can't move. He's actually plays better defense now, maybe than his whole career. His
you think
defense is
so?
he always gonna be able to shoot. What KD really not doing besides he's not dunking like he used to, but he's not really dunking like that no more. But other than that, I think KD gained pretty much almost the same. To me, I don't know. Maybe I don't watch him enough.
KD.
Yeah, What do you see him declining in the last couple years?
Um, well, like you say, he never really had leadership. I mean, he ain't really been declining because he's still getting his points.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's just I haven't been paying really. I don't know how you say the defense. I mean, he's long, so his hands is gonna get in the passing lane.
He actually plays better
You
defense.
know
I
what I'm
feel
saying?
when I watch him, I see him make plays often. When I only widely watch KD probably a half a dozen times, or maybe more, maybe 10 times at the most this year. And every time I watch them, I see him make effort on defense. So and see him get blocked, see him get steals. And then if he goes to a situation like Golden State, he's gonna be held accountable more than ever with a team like that. You know, with Jimmy and of course Draymond. But if him and I think that's the best fit for him, honestly though. And I think the Warriors would, but they got to give up something, you know. But
The Warriors.
yeah, I think any team in the NBA, I think that team that's the best fit for him, and would want him with Jimmy, Steph, of course, and then Draymond. I mean, man, that's a nice team. I mean, yeah, I think that'd be the best fit.
Jimmy, Steph, Draymond, and all them boys still over there.
Hey, my son over here laughing and stuff. He a Warriors fan, so he over here laughing.
He liking that, huh? He
I done take
liking
that
that
boy.
trade.
I done took that boy to the Heat game, man, and Jimmy done put them boys down the last second shot. Boy, he ain't never. I will never let him forget that.
That boy ready. That boy don't let me put it like that.
But yeah, man, that's the team I think would benefit the most, and I think would fit Durant the most too, man. I think them boys can put if them, Draymond and him can sit down. I don't know if they cool now or what. I'm sure they haven't talked. But you coming into the end of your careers, I think they can make up. You know what I'm saying, and do it to make a run for another championship. Which I don't really would say they'll be favorites. I'm not saying they'll be favorites at any stretch of the imagination, but hey,
Nah, whatever team KD go to is gonna make him a contender. Unless he's not gonna go to no
not
team that's not gonna be a contender.
not
You
in
know,
my opinion. Not in my opinion.
nah, he not gonna do that. That I know he not gonna do.
Well, so
He's
for
gonna go to a team that's gonna contend. He's gonna make them a contender.
so let me
You
ask you a
know,
question. What if KD went to Miami and Miami gave up? Who do you think Miami would have to give up if he came to Miami?
bro. The teams is gonna. I'm saying what Miami is gonna have to give up 1,000 draft picks because they don't really have a caliber player that they would want to give up. Because to bring KD in, you're not gonna want to give up Hero. You don't want to give up Bam,
Can't
right?
get
So you would have to package up Wiggins. You would
easy.
have
That's easy.
to.
We'll let Wiggins go.
That's what I'm telling you. So when you package up Wiggins, you package up Terry Rozier, right? Um,
Easy.
you might have to give up the you might have to give up that where.
Oh, nah.
I don't know if Miami
I
would do
wouldn't.
that.
I wouldn't touch that. I wouldn't touch it. I
But
would, if I were Miami, if I Pat, I wouldn't give up. I wouldn't give up. Where just a straight trade for Durant. I feel like where ceiling could actually be pretty high.
yeah, no, with if you add where to it, then the draft picks will come down. You see what I'm saying?
What if you could do this? What if you could give up Rozier and Wiggins and give up 2 first round picks? You don't think that'll be enough?
They can probably rock with that. The two first round picks, that's what they're gonna be looking for right there.
Maybe they'll give up one.
Yeah, probably even one, but because the values, I mean, KD value is there. It's just the age. You
So
see what
okay,
I'm saying?
so the question I got for you, Spade, is this: they say they give up Wiggins and Rozier in a 1st round draft pick. I'll say it's a two, whatever. It don't matter. So now is Miami a contender? Does that make them a
Yeah,
contender?
that definitely make him a contender. Yeah, you talking about Hero, KD, Bam, Ware, those four right there already would make you, you got a solid starting four right there. To me, that's a solid four right there to start with. And you could throw in
It sounds good. It does sound good. And with the Heat culture, I think it could work. But yeah, I think it could. I don't think KD is. Sometimes I think KD might not be a good teammate, but that might not be true because I really don't know that.
KD wants to be somewhere. See, I ain't gonna lie though, with that lineup in Miami, KD's issue might show up. Like you say, KD is not a leader. You see what I'm saying? So with that lineup, that team, who's gonna be the leader?
Bam's not a lead. Bam's more of a leader this year than he ever was. Bam's never been a leader, but with Jimmy out the door, I think Bam did step up from what I seen and what I heard. But Bam, I don't see Bam really being one of those type of leaders. Not at this point.
Can Bam lead a certified Hall of Famer?
Who?
Can Bam lead a certified Hall of Famer? Like I'm saying, if KD come in, KD's a certified Hall of Famer.
I think
Um,
I think I
Jimmy
think
Butler, Jimmy Butler could do that. You see what I'm saying? Jimmy
definitely.
Butler could do that. He could talk. He could talk to KD if KD, you know what I'm saying? If KD slacking or something going on, and he on, he not feeling it. He can definitely step up to KD. But you think Bam could step up to KD and KD gonna listen to him or take him serious in some type of way?
That's a hard question to ask. I mean, yeah, it's a. I couldn't say. I don't want to sit here and say no, and I don't want to say yeah, but it's like in the middle. I don't. I don't.
Exactly.
I know. I know. I know. I would think KD respects Bam because of the type of player he is, and Bam plays hard. You know, on the defensive end and on the offensive rebounding end. Sometimes he don't play hard enough on being aggressive, but
Yeah.
yeah, I think
So
it'll make Miami more of a contender. They'll definitely win way more games. I think they'll win at least 20 more games than what they won this year. But playoffs are a whole nother different story. And
so
teams get stagnant with KD, but I think the Heat culture and the way Spoelstra runs that team, I think it could work out. So with a trade like that, I would say that's a good trade for KD too. That'd be a good position. But
all right
looking at
now,
Houston, I would say no. Houston and even San Antonio, I think them boys are too young, and they that type of team. I wouldn't trade any young players for KD because they have both of those teams, Houston and San Antonio, both have a high ceiling. They could really be, you know,
but Houston. The only thing with Houston, right? With that I think they can probably might can get away with making a trade with that is because of what's his name? The way Jalen Green played in the playoffs. Did you watch him in the playoffs? Jalen Green against against Golden State. He had like 2, 3 games
no,
where he didn't score double digits.
miss.
You know the Jalen Green, the little guard, the shooting
Yeah,
guard, the
yeah, he
guard.
was missing, man. He really, yeah, and that's what happens in playoffs. It really exposes players sometimes, even stars. For instance, like Mitchell, But I think Mitchell was hurt 2 years. But even in the game like against Indiana, Mitchell in Donovan Mitchell. I'm speaking of,
Yeah.
I feel like there was some time like, man, what are you doing? You know what I'm saying? Where you at? Like he ain't had no heart.
But out of all the teams, I honestly think looking at it, the Rockets, Houston have the most to offer.
Yeah, yeah. But if I was Houston, I would stay away. I would.
But they have the most to offer.
They do, but I don't think KD is like that wanted. Honestly, from a young team, I don't think that would put them over the top. I think that would actually, if anything, it would keep them. the same. I don't think it would really improve them because they're good. They're talented. Now, if I think San Antonio would be a better fit. I mean, San Antonio would probably benefit more than Houston would. I think Houston should stay away. Houston has a young nucleus, man. That coach, I feel like they respect their coach. I think they play hard. Houston play hard. They're young. They're not. They're gonna do number get better with that team. I wouldn't mess it up at all.
You think
If
they
I
can?
was Houston, I probably would only make maybe one move at just to bring somebody in maybe or something. But I wouldn't let nobody go in them top 7 players, them top 6 players. If they if Houston gonna get rid of anybody, they get rid of dang, I can't remember his name, the veteran that's on there now. If they could switch him for a KD now,
Nah.
that would definitely be a great. You know who I'm talking about? The one that always getting with the Braves, man.
Oh, you talking about what's his name,
Dang,
man?
it's slipping my mind right now.
I know
Yeah,
exactly who you talking about, man. Dylan Brooks.
yeah, Brooks. Yeah, Brooks. Dylan. Yeah.
Dylan Brooks. Yeah, nah,
I, I, he
they'll send him
actually
on.
played pretty tough this year, man. He fit in well with that team. He
Yeah,
actually played.
he gave him a how would you say that? He actually gave him identity when you
Yeah,
watching it.
this was his best season, I think. From watching him, he would always have spurts when he would play good D and he would
Yeah.
knock down some shots. But I watched him. Houston came on TV a lot after the All Star break. I probably watched them a good amount of games, and Brooks was solid. He knocked down a lot of open shots.
Brooks did what Brooks did what he could do this year, and like I said, I think he gave him like they started picking up his attitude and shit. You feel me?
Yeah,
Started they started acting a little tougher, and they coach too though. They coach, that that motherfucker is a little hothead too now.
yeah, yeah. He
I think
definitely, yeah, he
Brooks fit in
definitely
with him.
yeah, he definitely got some ball. Hey, they showing Halliburton's dad's on the sideline tonight. He under the basket. I ain't he,
Halliburton.
I just They just showed him. He under the basket.
Oh,
I
they
ain't.
done moved him from the top row. Yeah, I
Well,
remember they brought him back. They said
yeah, they got him
he
back
had a
down there,
shot.
man.
They got that
When
boy
you go
back
to
on the
hitting
floor.
game winners, dog, you could, hey man, y'all gotta move my daddy back down here, man.
You run the show after that.
Hey, they put him back down to Hollyburg, man. Like, hold on, man, y'all gotta get my dad from up there,
Yeah, I
man.
got my daddy up there, man. I'm hitting game winners for y'all. Y'all motherfuckers need to bring my daddy back down.
Yeah, they done bring him.
They done brought him down, huh?
I think that dude, he done learned his lesson. He ain't never going. I don't think he a troublemaker. I done listened to him talking, seen something. I think he just got into the moment, man. It happens sometimes.
Yeah, that shit do. Get too excited.
Yeah, boy, he got excited that game, bro.
You got too excited, and then y'all beat a hurt Milwaukee team too. So you
Right,
know what I'm saying,
exactly.
Milwaukee wasn't 100% for him to be acting all crazy like that, anyways.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
But they won. No, they did what they supposed to do. They
I don't
handled their
see
bit.
how his mom and his daddy so small, man. They all 5 foot something. Well, Halliburton what about 6'7", 6'8", six
Seven.
seven? Anyway.
Yeah, them jeans be crazy though, man. I don't know what you gonna spit out.
They
I
like
don't
that
know
sometimes, I guess. Yeah.
what it is, boy. Yeah, they be looking for a 6'7", 6'8". Give me one that can turn out 6'9".
What?
However it is, and he gonna play. He gonna play. He gonna play. He gonna be good, boy. He gonna make it somewhere. Give me one that 6'9". That's crazy. I guess they got you gotta know the right mixture or something, man.
It's
You niggas
tied up
walk around
64-64 just
here.
inside the third
I saw
quarter.
them. Yeah, I saw. I got the score up on the thing. I got the score up right next to us.
But them boys playing some defense tonight though too. Well, they was really playing defense in the first quarter. They opened up a little bit in the second quarter. Yeah, timeout quick.
Siakam got to
OKC,
turn up,
okay on a
man.
6.60 run already to start off the second half. So they got back to lead now.
Boy, had to tighten up.
Yeah, yeah. They jumped out in the first quarter, so But Indiana's going to stick around this game. I think this is the type of game gonna go down to the last possession, last couple of possessions.
They got to though. They really got to. But it was something else, man. So yeah, damn. Well, I don't know. You want to switch it to football? But what's another basketball news, man? I got to get my phone back from this man because
I ain't.
I
I've
got
been.
my phone. I
I
had
look.
I had everything on my phone that I was talking about.
Nick Chubb gone, man. I'm a Browns fan.
Yeah,
That,
Nick Chubb
that
went to Houston, ain't it? To the
Houston.
Texans.
Him and Joe Mixon in the backfield together.
Yeah, that's gonna be if Chubb, Chubb 100%. Was Chubb came back last year, right?
Yeah, he came back last year from a ACL, and then he broke his ankle last year.
Or he broke his ankle again?
No. So that's the first time. So he tore his.
No, I'm saying, yeah, I know he blew his knees out.
Let me tell you this. Let me tell you about Chubb. So Chubb, his senior year in high school, tore his ACL, and then in his sophomore year in college, he tore his other ACL. And then, of course, remember when Fitzpatrick Steelers hit him, 2 years ago, tore the ACL again. Pretty
Yeah,
much tore everything that play. And it's one of them. So one of them knees, one of them legs or whatever, broke two ACLs on one. Then he came back last year, and then he broke his ankle.
so right now he coming back off an ankle,
Yeah, ankle, and it's
broke ankle.
yeah. He already doing crazy stuff. They always show his videos of him lifting,
Yeah,
600 plus, and then
squatting all kind of crazy numbers.
jumping. He hit his head on that roof, and I guess he was at his
Okay,
his
yeah,
alma
yeah,
mater.
yeah, yeah. I saw that. I
So
saw that.
he a fighter, bro. He a dog, bro. Like this man, he never gonna quit. He a type of player like he gonna. You remember he tore his MCL in the middle of the season like 3 years ago, and then
Yeah.
he came. They saying it was gonna have to be at least 4 weeks. That boy came back in 2 weeks, saying he was ready, and he was telling them, I'm ready, I'm ready, but then they had him to 3 weeks. He ended up playing on the third week. I remember that. But he heal fast, whatever. That man, he a worker.
We're gonna
But
see
I'm
what
gonna tell you,
we're gonna see what the brother with that Houston.
A lot of Browns fans sick because he just was a fan favorite, and man, like he was a different type of guy. He just different.
Nah, but healthy, healthy. That boy is a dog.
Yeah,
Yeah,
man.
healthy. That boy is a dog. That boy, don't-
Yeah,
that boy run that rock now. When he healthy now, when he
yeah.
do play, he healthy. That boy is a dog.
I never seen a player. I seen one player come back the very next year from an ACL and be the same player that he was. Most of the time when a player come back from the ACL tear, especially at a position like a running back or a receiver, say a corner or whatever, they're usually not the same player. Nick Chubb wasn't the same player last year, even before he tore his ankle. He was still a step slow. He didn't have that burst or that cut. But one player I do remember that came back the very next year off of ACL. Remember when Adrian Peterson,
Yeah, AP.
that boy did it, and he was still
Yeah,
the same AP.
that boy
He ain't
came
miss a
back like he
step.
was. I think that's when everybody was saying, "Damn, there's some new technology out, some new shit out." Yeah,
Man, that boy right there,
they
man.
got it's a new ways to heal now, all kind of shit. Because AP did come back like 100% that next
Yeah,
year,
yeah. He
and he
was.
came back and he came back early too.
I think he had more yards that year than he ever had before in the season. I think or something
He
like
came
that.
and he came back projected. He came back earlier than projected.
Yeah. It was like 8 months. That boy was out there running,
Yeah, he's
cutting and
already.
running after 8 months. Yeah. Some people, some people heal faster than others.
Yeah, nah, AP was like a LeBron though, ain't it? That boy like a freak of nature though at his position, man.
Man,
That boy was definitely a freak of nature, dog.
nobody gonna say AP's underrated, but I say he's still underrated, dog. Because I feel like he still don't get enough respect. To me, man, it's hard to really put him. You can make him a case that AP is the greatest running back of all time.
That, you
Uh,
know, the
and-
only thing I can't do is take. I can't with me. I can't put nobody ahead of Barry, bro. I mean, AP
no,
was
no,
AP was
I'm not.
everything.
I'm not gonna put AP at number one. But I'm saying you could argue that.
Yeah. I see what you're saying.
Somebody
Definitely,
could argue that. Yeah.
yeah. Somebody, yeah, you could definitely argue it, but I'm not
Yeah.
putting. I'm gonna argue you. I'm gonna argue Barry Sanders with you all day.
Nah, Barry, he up there too, man. Like Barry definitely. If he ain't one, you can't put him no less than two. I don't see how anybody could put him. I'm gonna put him at one too. Just let you know, I got
Yeah,
him at one too.
you can't put him no less than two. Yeah,
I don't
anybody
think
can
I don't think
argue.
anybody ever
Uh,
put
uh, um,
Barry less than. I never seen nobody put Barry less than two
a
ever.
diehard Cowboys fan, trust me, they'll put him number two.
No, I'm gonna tell
A
you.
diehard Cowboys fan, put him
Even
number.
even even a lot of Cowboys fans don't even put Emmett up there, bro. I seen Cowboys fans that say Emmett 3 or 4 because
Yeah,
because
they,
that's just
they
how.
they're not they not the Cowboys fans. They got some delusional ones, bro. That'll say whatever. You know, come on, it's been what 30
Hey,
years.
but listen,
Cowboys next
you got
season,
Cowboy fans that
next
know
year.
that
Cowboys
they
next year.
had on that O line 3 Hall of Famers on that O line.
Yeah,
So
and Emmett played several years. You know, dog Barry retired early, way early, bro.
right,
And this man had crazy numbers. This man had crazy moves. Like,
yeah,
and the
him and
team,
Jim Brown only played 9 years.
yeah, and the teams he was on, 9 times out of 10, the play, the play, what play Detroit gonna run.
Yeah, Detroit never had a great quarterback. One thing,
You know it's gonna
never
hand
had
it
a
off to
great,
Barry.
never had a. I can't even tell you who was the best quarterback he ever played with.
I can't tell you neither.
Only quarterback that really even comes to mind is
I'm trying
dang
to.
Scott Mitchell.
That's the thing. That's Mitchell too. That's the last. I can't think of his first name, but I had Mitchell I had Mitchell
Yeah,
in my mind, bro. I had
yeah,
Mitchell.
the lefty, right?
Yeah, that's the
Yeah,
only
he
one.
was at Miami first, and then he went to the Detroit. Scott
Yeah,
Mitchell.
that's the that's what I'm thinking too, man. But he had to have a someone better than that, huh?
I can't even remember the other quarterback name. His face on my in my. I can see his face, but I can't think of his name. Eddie boys throwing blows, man. Nobody can't stop one another. They going back and forth, scoring.
He's 74, 73,
Oh, so you in front of me now?
huh?
Yeah, you in front of me now. Right now it's
I got the thing. You
70.
see, I got the score up on the board. I'm watching the
That's
whatchamacallit.
what it is. Okay, so I'm a little behind you on the scoreboard. It's 74-70 right now. Indiana up.
Okay.
So OKC about to hit a three right here probably.
All right, so don't watch the scoreboard there because I put the scoreboard up for the whoever watching.
Okay,
Don't watch
okay.
the scoreboard. The scoreboard ahead of everybody. ESPN
Yeah,
scoreboard
yeah,
ahead
yeah.
of everybody right now.
Yeah, that was Shea hit the three. So now yeah, 74-73.
Yeah. Now this game going down
Shea,
to the
Shea
wire.
got 17. They were showing it at the bottom.
Shay, Shay gonna get his 30. SGA gonna get his 30.
Yeah, yeah, he gonna get 30. He probably gonna get 35.
SGA gonna get his points.
Yeah, man.
It's just the rest of the team.
Shea confidence is through the roof, man. Right now, he definitely the MVP, man. No doubt about it.
He just really need once he locked down this championship, then it ain't this gonna be one of the I don't know, want to say one of the greatest years. Okay, Detroit Lions used many quarterbacks during Barry Sanders' season. Rodney Pete,
I remember Rodney Peete. Now Rodney Peete might have been the longest quarterback that played with Barry. Now that I think about it, he was
yeah,
starting
Rodney Pete.
for at least 4 years, 3 4 years.
And then they got the other names. Andre Ware, I remember him.
Yeah, he came out and he was a number one draft pick.
Yeah,
He
Andre
was
Ware. Then
raw.
who had took him? Wasn't it Cincinnati?
Who that?
Who drafted Andre Ware? It was Detroit.
Yeah, Detroit drafted him. Yeah, if he wasn't number one, he was number two or number three. I ain't gonna say he's number one. I think he. I know he was in the top three. Put it like that. Of course, Detroit always had top three picks then. So
Yeah, that's why Barry retired early.
yeah, they never had a good quarterback, bro.
That's what made Barry retire, man.
If he could have got a quarterback, man, ooh, them boys probably could have did something, man.
Young boy couldn't get no quarterback for that man. That man kept getting beat up in that backfield and still getting 1,000 yards every year.
Hey, hey, yeah, yeah, man. I think Barry might have is a stat out there where Barry was getting like the most loss for yards on certain carries, and his average. That's how you know his average was still up there at the time.
Yeah, cause they'll get him. They'll get on the ball. But he'll lose three, lose two, and then they go break for 60.
Right, that's what it was too.
Yeah, cause they knew who getting the ball, so they gonna key in on Barry.
I actually remember watching a game like that, man. I think I seen Barry with like five straight carries. I ain't gonna say they were back to back carries, but five carries that he got, they was all lost for yards. And then boom, he popped one.
Yeah, he gonna pop. That's what he gonna do. And the thing with AP though, Adrian Peterson, he'll get 2 yards, 4 yards. Then he could break the 60 yarder too. That boy was big and fast and all kind of shit, boy.
Yeah, he watch his highlight. That boy highlights is up there with anybody's. His highlights up there with anybody's, man. AP's.
Yeah, he was real. He was real. Halliburton. What the hell? What Halliburton doing tonight, man?
I seen him hit a couple runners.
He got 19. Okay, he doing this thing tonight. 19 points, 8 assists.
So he got the same as Shea right now. He having a good game. It's halfway through the third.
Yeah, halfway through the third. 19 points, 8 assists. Shea got 17 points, 4 assists, 8 rebounds. Shea doing this thing.
Yeah, I sent you that video the other day. You seen it?
I can't. I know you sent me a video. I can't remember which video what it was. I gotta get my phone dog.
It was DeMarcus Cousins over there in Puerto Rico.
Oh yeah, 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 man, dog. And I just seen I got a pop up on my phone today from ESPN. He got suspended and they terminated his contract.
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
Yeah, from the league. Yeah, man, I seen that shit today.
Yeah, man. He always had that type of mindset. You know,
Yeah.
I done
No, I
seen.
already know he what you would call a loose cannon. You know what I'm saying? That could
Yeah,
But
I was
any time now.
I was over there with my nephews. We was watching the video together. Them boys, they call him a crash out.
Yeah, he gonna crash out. He got that in him. Yeah, man.
Yeah, you can't win like that. There's nothing you could possibly do to what I'm saying. You in a lose situation at that point. Yeah, I know they don't know. People probably don't know what video we talking about, but yeah, he
Yeah,
pretty
nah,
much went.
shit
He went
right.
crazy with a fan, and then man, they were throwing water, throwing everything at him. They in Puerto Rico. Them people ain't playing, man. Them people was hitting them with ice and cups and
Yeah, they was wilding.
he, the police tackling him, and you know, he didn't want to give it up too, man. I think it went on for what, at least 3 minutes,
Yeah, nah,
but
he did.
he put his finger in the fan's face, you know what I'm saying, and pretty much like, and then the fan was saying something to him.
Bruh, I see a short version of it right here. The game
Yeah,
back on yet? Let me see.
the game just came back on,
Let me see.
but
I'm
yeah, but man, it was rough to watch. I I like I like Cousins. I don't feel he's a dirty player. Actually, I would want him as a teammate. I don't know how he is in the locker room, of course, but on
nah,
on the
but
court, I would like him as a teammate.
but to be honest with you, dog, what happened right there? That shit they showing with him, get into that shit with the fan and all that right there. That attitude right there. Not saying he was in the wrong because I don't know what the person said to him, but that got him out of the NBA way before he was supposed to be out the NBA. Like
Exactly.
his what not what I how could I say that his reputation.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? His reputation, rather whatever, if it was real, if it was true or not,
It
but that
it
reputation got him up out of that.
it proves true, man. Like the NBA just sit back and be like, "Hey, well, you understand why now? We ain't want him."
Nah, exactly. That's what. Not no, yeah, they could point at that. They could point at that and say, yeah, this is why. You know what I'm saying?
He got a short fuse, man. It's rough. It's rough to watch. You can see it. Yeah. Okay. I see you got it there on the bottom. Oh man, it's crazy, man. And he just don't stop. You know what I'm saying? At this point, now you done made yourself a target. So now you got all the fans involved,
Yeah,
and then the police go to tackling him, and he get into the hallway. They try to bring him into the locker room, and that's when they start throwing everything on him. And he literally put his hand on a fan.
yeah. Now that's what the problem came in.
Yeah.
And then he grabbing his grabbing, then he grabs there from the fan. Yeah, so you could talk, but once you
You
start
you
getting
know you
physical
know
like
you know the
that,
first back then, back say 20 years ago, 30 years ago for sure. Like fans could say anything they wanted to at a player back then. And they wouldn't get kicked out of a game. You could talk about a fam, you could talk about a player mom, their kids, and it wasn't. Now you can't do that, or you can get kicked out of a game. The fan can get kicked out.
yeah, yeah,
But you remember Vernon Maxwell,
yeah. Vernon
Mad
Maxwell, yeah,
Mad Max?
Mad Max,
Do
yeah.
you that boy? Remember somebody talked about his daughter, and that boy went in the stands and broke the man's jaw.
Nah,
Yeah, yeah. You look that up. Look, YouTube that. Vernon Maxwell, the man said something to him. He literally walked up into the stands.
Vernon Maxwell with the Houston Rockets.
Yeah, man, that boy Mad Max. They called him Mad Max.
I
That
don't,
boy
I don't
had went up in the stands and gave him a one piece.
Nah,
Broke the man's jaw. He sued him for like millions of dollars. He came out of pocket back then. That's a lot of money.
yeah, you definitely gonna come out the
But yeah,
pocket.
yeah, you could look that up. You will see that. But I remember watching that. Whatever ESPN or what. I ain't watched that live, but
Nah, but that's crazy though. Where you do that, you asking for it.
yeah, and I think he got suspended for that the rest of that season. He didn't play another game, but he came back the next year, and he kept playing. He continued his career.
I remember they won he won that championship with Houston against New York.
Right? Yeah, he was a piece. He's a starter. That boy, I think, shoot, Maxwell probably averaged like at least 18. I'm gonna say 18 points a game or something like that. If I had to guess, if I can remember, but he'll knock down that three. He used to go at Jordan. I remember him and Jordan. One thing
Yeah,
he used
now
to,
he was their defensive guy.
Yeah, okay, he was a defensive guy. That's right, he was. And I remember him talking. I remember him. I just remember him talking junk to Jordan, like they going at it a little bit back and forth. You know.
I see the clip. Nah, yeah, that was him and Jordan. I see the clip. That boy went deep in the stand. How the hell you heard that? How the hell you heard that motherfucker?
Hey, hey, yeah. That boy walked up into the stands like
That boy
he.
went deep in the stand. Ain't like the nigga was courtside. That motherfucker way up like down in the 20th, 30th row.
Hey, that boy Mad Max was crazy, man.
Dog, this dude is in the 30th row. That boy went up there and stole him, man.
Yeah, hey, that boy Vernon Maxwell was. I wonder where Vernon Maxwell from. Dang, I
Boy,
wonder where that. I wonder where he from, man.
he from a country because right now
Yeah, yeah, he from the South. I know he from the South.
he
No,
doing he be doing the whatchamacallit. He be on the show with they got him on All the Smoke. They got him there all the time now. They got like a whole segment with him. You know them boys
oh,
that do All the Smoke.
oh yeah,
What's his
with Jackson
name? Yeah,
and
Jackson and what's his name?
what's his name? Light skinned dude. I forget his name.
Yeah, yeah.
Right. I seen that. I seen a
They got
couple of
like
those.
they steady because he funny as hell. He be telling them story. That boy got a strong. Let me see. Let me look him up. That boy got a
Nah,
strong accent, boy.
yeah.
Boy,
I remember he was on. I seen a couple of them. He was talking about. Dang, what he was talking about? I can't remember what he was talking about, but he was cussing. That boy cuss. I know he cuss. He cuss a lot. But he was
yeah,
talking
he cussed
about.
a whole lot.
Oh, he was talking about John Stockton. He was saying John Stockton is a nasty MF.
Oh
That
yeah,
boy
yeah.
like
I saw that clip
I
too.
seen that one. Yeah, he said, and he said, then you got the man driving the dang truck to the game. He talking about Karl Malone driving the big rig to the game, the semi.
Yeah, he say he from Gainesville. That boy right there from Gainesville, man. Damn, Gainesville got that thick ass accent like that.
Oh, that's where Vernon Maxwell from, Gainesville.
Yeah, he say Gainesville, Florida.
Okay, yeah, I always see from Florida.
Man,
Okay,
that boy
okay.
got a deep ass accent, boy. I'm talking about like he from the country south.
Yeah, I thought they was gonna say like, yeah, okay.
Back
Well,
then, the Gainesville probably was straight up country though, bruh.
but yeah, Gainesville ain't man. Gainesville is like Georgia, man. Gainesville is like Alabama or something like that.
Oh,
Gainesville is
I
different.
used to go to Gainesville, when KB was out there. I used to go up there to go watch KB play or just to go holler at him.
Okay, okay.
Yeah,
You talking about Kenny Boynton?
yeah.
Yeah.
So I used to go up there to watch him play, especially when they be in a tournament. If they got they had a tournament out there too one time. It was an and then when he got the SEC plays, I used to just go up there. When I get the time, I just jump in the whip and slide out there, spend a couple of days. But it ain't
It's
like,
country.
yeah, it ain't South Florida, but it's just that it's country now compared to what the Pompano and compared to South Florida.
Right.
But when I hear that motherfucker Vernon Maxwell talk, I thought he from South Carolina somewhere. The way that motherfucker be talking, boy,
Hey, but you
that
you know,
motherfucker sounds so country.
yeah.
I thought that boy was from whatchamacallit, man. That boy from a deep south somewhere with all that country you be talking.
But
But that
you
shit,
but
boy,
but you got to think about it too though. It's a lot of like I'm gonna say when I say country, I'm gonna say, but like for instance, like LJ, they talk about his accent all the time. LJ sound like he from Pompano, man, and
who
and,
that?
and people gonna say we talk country.
Are you talking about Lamar?
Yeah,
Lamar just he talk like Pompano. He Pompano.
right,
You know what I'm saying? So he talk Pompano.
man.
Yeah.
Pretty much every time I meet somebody new, like especially like when I'm at work with these customers, they always ask me something about my accent. They always say, "Where are you from? Are you?" They always say, "Are you from New Orleans?" I'm like, "Nah, I ain't from New Orleans. I'm from here."
Nah.
But Pompano Pompano definitely has an accent, man. It's
Yeah,
even different than Lauderdale accent. If you really think about it, sometimes it's just I don't know. It's the whole South Florida, like the hood area, is just it's a different type of
yeah, it is.
sound. It's different, and we live here, so we don't really think about it like that as much as Now that I get older, I notice it because especially when I'm working, people ask me all the time, where are you from? They ask me, I'm from New Orleans. I'm like, nah, I'm from here. They're like,
New
you're from here?
Orleans,
I'm like, yeah, yeah, yeah. Like, they like, and they go
New
there,
Orleans got that real accent, boy. New Orleans. When I hear somebody in New Orleans, I could hear it.
New Orleans definitely they got that sound for real.
Yeah, they got that real deep New Orleans accent.
Man, them boys going back to back to back. I think that was Shea hit another three. No, that was Williams. I was Williams hit a three. He got 20. Williams got 29.
Yeah, Williams got 20. Big three
5 point game.
balling now. Big
In
three
the
balling
third.
tonight for OKC. I give them that.
Who?
Big three balling. The big
Yeah, yeah,
three.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
Chad Williams and SGA.
yeah.
They balling. They doing what they supposed to do tonight. They need help.
It's gonna go down to the wire. I told you it's gonna. I think it's gonna go
They
down
need
to the
some
wire.
help. Yeah, they need some help tonight. Yeah.
Yeah, I think Indiana gonna grab this game or the next game. You don't think it's gonna go 2-2? You said 5-1. That's right. You said 5-1. I forgot you did say that already. Well, I don't know. I can see. I just think I gotta say Indiana. I pick
My
OKC.
bad. I was on mute. Yeah, I like them in 5.
Yeah, 5. Yeah, you said 5. You said 5 from the beginning too.
Yeah, I like them in 5. All the time you could have put on a charger. Go put it on a charger. You know. Yeah, man. So what's going on with Shador, man? You ain't got no updates on Shador?
The door went yesterday. I ain't see today. I don't even know if they had practice today, but yesterday he went 12 for 15 with 2 touchdowns.
12 for 15, 2 touchdowns.
But listen to this. That boy Ward, Tennessee,
Yeah.
19 for 20
In practice?
in practice. Yeah, they got the defense in there now. The defense, this mandatory now. This mandatory this week.
Yeah.
So yeah, they got the defense in there. And that boy Ward went 19 for 20. I think it was either
Nice.
yesterday, Monday or yesterday, one of those 2 days. That boy went 19 for 20. Shador, Flacco didn't even practice yesterday. They let Shador and that other rookie go at it. I guess them boys was, you know,
But what I seen, man, I seen something. Let me see this. Wow, this man get my phone about. They say Shador is not playing with any. He hasn't gotten any. Yeah, Shador has been playing with the backups in Browns camp. Like he ain't getting no. He ain't built the starters yet at all.
I heard the same thing. They say he was on the backfield or something like that, right? But I think today or yesterday he ended up getting. So once that news got out there, that was last week. So like I say, Flacco didn't practice for some reason.
So he got some first team reps today.
If it weren't first, it was definitely second. I guess they trying to Gabriel for from Oregon.
Yeah.
So they drafted him in the third round. So I guess that's why he get. That's why he goes before Shador. But you got Pickett in there too, Kenny Pickett.
Yeah, Pickett,
So it might be some.
Flacco.
I don't know too much of the details. I know Shador last though. Shador's been going last the whole time, which is understandable maybe, because Pickett, is
No, I mean I can understand it. Like you say, even though he's not a fifth round talent, he got drafted in the fifth. You know what I'm saying?
right. Which man,
So which automatically puts you at the tail end of the snake. You see what I'm saying?
yeah. Well, okay. So the highlights I seen
For now, you know what I'm
for now,
saying? For
Def,
now,
just for now,
automatically
just
puts
for
you at
now,
the end. Yeah, for now, it puts you at the end of that snake.
and probably the first preseason game too.
Yeah, first preseason game. Yeah, I don't expect them to
Change anything at
start
the moment.
or get significant playing time because now it's only 3 preseason games, right?
This the first year?
What's that?
No, it's always been three. It's been three for a while now, right? Yeah,
Yeah, about a few years, a few years. It's been
Yeah, it's been
only
at least a
three
few years. Yeah, it's been at least a few years. Cause
since
they
they moved it to 17 games.
exactly. So I think it's like the third or the fourth year, right?
Yeah, since they moved to 17 games, they took out
Okay,
a preseason game.
which
So
is which is understandable.
yeah, I mean, shit, you got people out there. The only thing they say is not is good for it's good for the players, the starters, the people that they're gonna make the second string. The only thing is they take reps away, like they said, from the fourth string, the undrafted players. It takes reps because that's when they usually got their most reps. Was that fourth? Was that fourth preseason game? Was
Yeah, right.
basically the undrafted rookies and people just trying to make a team or trying to get some tape out there for another team to see. You see what I'm saying? So, but at the same time, man, it's just that, like I said, man, I just don't like when I be hearing people talking about, well, he was drafted in the fifth round. Yeah, he was, but he's not a fifth round talent. That's the only thing I keep
Of
saying.
course he's not. Of course,
He's not
and,
a fifth round
yeah,
talent.
and that's fine. That's fine right now. It's training camp, mandatory training camp right now.
Yeah.
So it's fine. Let you can say that. But once you start getting to that second preseason game, you really gonna know what's really going on. I think you'll really see a lot more. Even the first preseason game, you'll learn a lot. But that second preseason game, a lot of stuff is gonna come out, and we'll see what the situation is. Either Flacco, I think Kenny Pickett is trade bait. Is one of them two are gonna be trade bait. I think it's I like this. I see them keeping Flacco, or I think they should keep Flacco. I think Kenny Pickett will be on the trade block. I think you should keep the two young quarterbacks
And Flacco,
and Flacco. Flacco probably gonna end up starting week one, unless Shador just goes crazy. Where it's
in the
just
preseason game.
yeah, unless he just go. I mean, and even at that point, I think they still gonna start Flacco because I think they don't. They kind of want to go slow. They want to take it slow.
I mean, personally too, as a fan, I want to see Shador play,
I do.
but knowing the sport, knowing football, how football work, pretty much, I'm okay with him sitting out, just watching. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Before he
yeah,
jump out there,
yeah.
get your body right, knowing how to traveling, how how it works when you're traveling. You know what I'm saying? How you get ready for the game instead of him jumping out there head first and get hit and get out the game and then now what I'm saying he's not ready to go back in and then next thing you know he's not playing no more. You know what I'm saying? And it's hard, bro. It's hard to get a second, especially he got drafted where he got drafted at. So his second chance is not going to come as easy as being drafted in the first, second, or third round. You know what I'm saying? Because and you already know with him, they just looking for something. They just looking for that "I told you so" moment. You know what I'm saying? Because all the GMs, all the teams, they went. They looked over him 4 times.
All the teams they rooting against them. I know that.
I'm saying so everybody's just waiting for that "I told you so" moment, so they could justify the reason why he went in the fifth round. So
Hey, if you ever get time, you got time, man, go check out Shador's. So Monday, the interview Monday after practice. Man, I really like because they came at him. They try to sneak him a couple times. You know these reporters.
no, I watched it. You talking about yesterday?
Yeah, yeah,
The
man.
interview they did with him yesterday, where they asking him about how he feeling he not getting reps, and if you know what I'm saying, yeah, he
I
answered them.
really really like enjoyed how he answered those questions, man. He's smart. He's a good kid. That is such a big thing for a quarterback in the NFL. If you can't answer questions like that the right way, man, things they really get heated, man, and teams will turn on you. Your teammates will turn on you.
Yeah,
You have to have that quarterback mentality. You have to know how to answer questions. And man, he answered. Let me tell you, I love the one thing I watch is quarterbacks and coaches interviews. I watch other interviews, but I really like to watch young quarterback interviews. Even I like to watch coaches and quarterbacks interviews, certain coaches, and then I like to watch quarterback interviews. After the game or like this type of interview. So, but
yeah,
Shador, he's smart and he's a good kid. He that YouTube stuff kind of threw people off because they'll show certain things sometimes. But he's a jokester, and he plays around and that's his he lets his hair down, you could say, in those YouTube videos. So that's I think a lot of people judged him on those videos, and they try to take what he was doing with his family, his dad, his brothers, his friends, and try to say that's who he was, which
yeah.
you act different when you with your brothers and your friends and
Of
whatever. You're
course,
not gonna act certain. You're
yeah.
gonna you're gonna be
That's
goofy. You're gonna be
you
goofy.
let
He a kid. He's still a young kid. So you're gonna you know what I'm saying. So, but I think he's gonna be a great
more
professional.
relaxed. You more relaxed.
Yeah, he's gonna be a
But they
great.
got enough. They got enough. Even with that, right? You say you watch the interview and you say he answered the questions. You know how he's supposed to answering them. He did a good job doing all that, right? And this is one of the reasons why I think his dad, prime coach Dion, was upset because the reports coming out how he portrayed himself in the interviews. You see what I'm saying? So they saying all this shit about how he acted in the interviews. He wasn't professional. He wasn't this. He wasn't that. But then you see him, you're like, hold on, man. Y'all talking about the same person. Y'all talking about him.
Right.
This the same guy I was talking about.
I
Cause
I can relate
you sound damn,
100%. I can
you
relate
sound damn
100%
good
to
to
Dion.
me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
You sound damn, you
I
sound
would be mad
professional to
too as
me.
a dad. You know what I'm saying?
You feel me?
Right.
Especially if you know your son.
Yeah, yeah.
You feel me?
Man, they going crazy over here. Speed tie game. So man, them boys going at it right now. It's still 8 minutes left in the game now, but them boys going at it, man.
I ain't gonna lie, this shit going down to the wire, man.
I knew it was. I knew it
It's a
was.
good
When I
down to the
seen
wire.
OKC jump out in the first half, and then I seen Indiana sticking with them pretty much it was the same score. I knew in my head I said this game going down to the very very end.
Boy, free throw Shay. That's free throw Shay.
And that boy get to that line, no doubt about it. But
He gonna
most mid range players that if you look at the best scorers in the NBA, is always the mid range players, like players that can shoot that midi. You feel me? They
yeah.
got that in the bag. You pretty much can hit the three. you can hit the 3-2, and you're gonna drive to the hole. But those mid range, they always get to the line.
What's the name? Was good at it at 1.2. That's in Sacramento now from Chicago. DeMar DeRozan.
Yeah, yeah, he was. Yeah, and
He used
he,
to
he
get you in that mid range, hit you with that pump fake, get you in the air, and it's over. He going
yeah,
to the line.
yeah, that was his bread and butter. That was actually all he had there for a while.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm saying, but
But,
he had a
uh,
drive game too. But he shot the three this year. He was
yeah, he
shooting.
shot a
The
little
last
more.
couple of
Shot a
years,
little more.
there was a point where he wouldn't shoot a three for nothing.
He shot a little more
Oh,
this
that
year.
boy twist his ankle. Oh,
They let me play.
yeah,
Damn, boy, Benedict Mathurin balling tonight, boy.
yeah. Who that number? That double zero.
Yeah, Mathurin.
Yeah, yeah. And man, he had some big plays in the game one too.
Yeah, he came in, hit some big threes.
Yeah, he did. And he got that midi too. I done seen him knock down them just in this series alone. I done seen him knock down a half a dozen middies this just in this series. He'll get to his spot. He'll pull up two with a little fadeaway.
Mhm. Uh,
Man, Williams, he don't do nothing spectacular, man, but he stay getting them points, man.
Now Williams gonna get his.
Yeah, he
And
gonna
whenever
get.
he play good, they undefeated.
And then when he play bad, which he don't play bad too much, but when he do play bad, they lose, right?
Yeah, they lose. Yeah, so they be needing him.
Yeah, he definitely they number two.
Mm. Siakam out the game. Was Siakam in foul trouble or something?
Yeah, I don't see him in there. I think he.
Mm. Twist that ankle.
Yeah, that's what I was just about to say. That's who twisted their ankle when I seen it. Halliburton just hit a big three. Well, they up 101-98 now. Is that what the score say on there?
Yeah, 98-101.
Yeah, that Halliburton just hit a three. That boy Reggie Miller on the sideline so happy to see him hit a three. But I see Halliburton got a fan base now, man.
Yeah, that boy hit them game winners, them
Yeah,
clutch plays.
I'm saying even I noticed the fan base when they play Cleveland. His fan base, like he got a lot of supporters. Uh,
They franchise players, so
yeah, yeah, yeah. But I see a lot of people support him. I'm talking about like when I say people like football players, other basketball NBA players.
they supporting them because of
They
what was
voted
going
him the
out on
most overrated.
yeah, so they so they trying to they going fellow athletes want to always pull up fellow athletes, but
Yeah, yeah, true, true, true.
you know what I'm saying, he's with me, he's in the middle. you know he's a star player, but he's not a superstar because he
You,
doesn't show up enough, you know what I'm saying.
yeah, yeah, yeah. What? Yeah.
I can't put him up here,
Would you
but
put him in the top 20?
you can't put him down top 20 what point guards
No, top 20 in the NBA
as a player.
right now. Yeah,
Nah, I don't think I got him in top 20.
you
I,
top
I think I,
25.
I think I can, huh?
Top
Top
25,
25, top
easy.
25,
Honestly, I put him in the top 20.
bro. I don't know if we got time, but I think I can top 20.
I put him in the top 20, bro.
Remember, is how many teams
It's close.
in
It's
the
close.
NBA?
He's not gonna be. It's gonna be like just the top of my head. I'm gonna say 18, 19. He ain't gonna be no higher up than 18. But I put him at 20. If I'm
Uh,
saying I
how
never
many
thought about it.
how
I
many
have never thought about it. We should
how
do.
many
I'll
how
make a
many
list.
teams?
You make a list. Next time we'll see what we come up with. I'm gonna do my top 20 on the NBA for this year. And I'm gonna write that up. I'm gonna see that because I'll enjoy that. I enjoy
You know
just
about playoffs and everything.
yeah. I'm saying just say top 20 going into next year.
All right.
Going into
Well,
next year, we'll see the top 20. Halliburton definitely got heart, man. You got to put Halliburton in the top 20, man. After he done what he done did. Now, come on, think
I
about it.
mean,
You gonna end up having
he's
them.
a
You gonna
he's
end
a
up having
clutch
them in your top
player though.
20. Watch,
Yeah,
you
but
gonna
I
end up in
understand.
your top
He's a
20.
clutch player. I'm not taking that from him. He's a clutch player. He hits them in the clutch. He hits them in the clutch.
Okay, let me ask you this question.
But
Name the point guards. Name 3 point guards you're gonna take over him right now.
hold on, I was from hold on, man. I'm trying to. I need. We gonna see. We gonna see.
I mean,
Keep
I haven't
going on.
seen.
See. Let me see. Huh? I'm from Let me just pull this up right quick. I'm gonna just pull up NBA teams. I'm just gonna go.
Nah. I'm gonna tell you where to pull up. You should pull up NBA point guards.
You want to see the point guards?
Yeah, do pull up NBA point guards and just think,
We can see the each team. I was going down to each team to see a point guard.
okay, there you go. Yeah. Look at each team point guard and tell me for who you would take over Halliburton. I can only think of like 3, 4. Well, I can think of more than 3.
Huh?
Maybe would I I still take Steph, I think, over Halliburton. I still take Steph. Man, the thing is, Halliburton played defense too, man. He an underrated defender. I feel like Halliburton is better. Um, I'm gonna say better than average at defense, no doubt about it, easily. I'm trying to think how good Halliburton is on defense. Because when I've been watching him in the playoffs, man, I see Halliburton be D'ing up, man. I ain't gonna say he a great defender, but he decent.
Halliburton. So Halliburton. Well, I ain't gonna say Jalen Williams is a. I can't burn on top of it. But let me see. All right, top 20. Let's just start with Boston. Boston got 2 players already.
I take I take Halliburton over him.
Over who?
They point guard. What's their point guard name?
No, if you say top 20 players.
Oh, okay. Oh man, I ain't gonna lie. It's gonna take me. It's gonna take me a minute to do that top 20.
No, I'm
Just
saying.
do just do point guards right now. Just do point guards.
Just
Would
do
you take who? So who? What's Boston point guard name? I forgot his name.
Boston. Nah, they have Holiday and
Nah,
White.
The White is their point guard, man.
No, I
I'll
thought
take
Drew
White's
was. I
defense
thought
over
Drew was the
Halliburton's
one.
defense.
I thought Drew
White's
was the
defense
one.
is incredible.
I think Drew. I thought Drew was the one. Holiday. Ain't Holiday the one? Let me
Nah,
see.
man, he really the two. He really the two, man. White controls the ball way more than Holiday. Them.
Yeah,
They don't really honestly like when you say point guard,
they got White there.
because White got more assists. White averaged more assists. He brings the ball down more than Drew. But the thing about Boston, if you look at any team in the NBA, they actually don't matter who brings the ball down. Cause Holiday will bring it down, White will bring it down. Of course, you got JT. Was that his name?
Jason
Jason
Tatum.
Tatum. He gonna bring the ball down constantly in a close game. He gonna end up bringing the ball down. So and then you got Green. He'll bring the ball. Jalen Green.
Yeah.
He brings the ball down. A handful of times a game. You know what I'm saying? They don't really with them. They don't really got no point guard. They do. White averages the most assists on that team.
Jalen Brown.
Jalen Brown. Yeah, Jalen Brown.
Yeah, that's 2 players out. Yeah, nah.
You'll take Steph over Halliburton.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, Indiana run away with it, man. Toppin just got a dunk. Yup, them boys that got a block. Them boys going back down again. It's only a 7 point game. I ain't gonna
But
say they running away with it.
damn, boy, can
It's a
hey,
lot of
remember what I said when we started that show? When we were talking about that shit, I'm like, boy, Indiana might shock the world.
you did.
And
That,
I'm bullshit. Hey, dog,
but you picked OKC and 5. But you did say that. You said it, no
yeah,
doubt.
I said they
Because
might shock
I
the
told
world.
you the same thing, man. If anybody can beat OKC, it's something about Indiana, man. Because the way
Yeah,
they play the game, they play. Nobody plays better team ball than Indiana.
exactly. They play the same offense too. But both of them boys play team ball. But
If you
I ain't
think
gonna lie,
about it,
SGA hold the ball more than any.
these are the two best team. Like in what OKC does, they play team ball.
Yeah, but I ain't gonna lie, Indiana play more team ball
Definitely, no doubt about it.
because SGA sometimes will get the ball and he'll hold it for a period. He'll dribble a lot. He'll get a lot of dribbles in. But I said the same. I said that too. I'm like Indiana. To me, Indiana got a better chance in beating OKC
Definitely.
over New York. You know what I'm saying? I think
Nah.
OKC would have had an easier time with New York
Yeah. Yeah. I
because
think
New
so
York
too.
is a 1-2 punch, and then everybody else they role players that sometimes touch the ball. Because Brunson to have that ball, dribble, 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 screen, dribble, 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 screen, and then Cat get the ball, post up, or he'll dribble, dribble, drive. Then everybody else they don't have no don't if the play break down or some shit like that, then one of them other boys will get the ball and move it around. But
True.
Indiana, them boys run around so damn much, everybody get the ball. So
They just
they
they just, they
definitely
just
to me
really
have a better
move. They
chance
just they just
than
really pass the ball. They do. That's Rick
than
Carlisle.
Western.
You remember Dallas team when Rick Carlisle was with Dallas? It was the
Yeah.
same thing. Of course, they used Dirk. Dirk was their man,
They
just
used
like they
Dirt
used
like Jordan had
Siakam.
him in that post. Dirt was getting that
Siakam.
ball in that low post, in that high post, and then making plays around him with Terry lining up for them threes
But Dirk in
and
that
running.
finals, if you remember, Dirk averaged 6 assists a game in the
Yeah,
finals.
because he was in that high post.
Yeah, he was. He
He'll
was.
get
They
that
was
ball in
moving
that
the
high
ball.
post.
Yeah, they
And
was
once they
moving the
once they
ball.
bring that double team, he'll get it out there.
Hmm.
He'll pass it. But like I said, man, if we count up, I don't know, Halliburton could be top 10 point guard, but he's not a he's not a top 20 player.
But Spade, I'm asking you, name.
He might could even be a top 5 point guard if we
Yes,
name point
yes,
guard.
yes, yes, bro. He
The top
he could.
five
It's
point
an
guard,
argument. It's a good argument. He could be top 5.
top 5 point guard. Okay. We gonna go Brunson.
Now listen,
Brunson.
yeah,
That's one.
you putting Brunson at number 1 in the whole league?
No, no, no. I'm just counting. I'm not
Okay,
putting no order. I'm just
for sure, for
counting.
sure, for sure.
I'm just counting. We already said Curry. That's two.
Okay,
All right. Now let me see where we can go. Um, I can't go to Sacramento. De'Aaron Fox. I don't know. I don't think I can put. I
I
don't know if I
I
can
take
put.
Halliburton over Fox, bro.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So I don't think.
That's why I'm telling you, it's gonna get. Let me ask you this question. So who would you take, Halliburton or Morant? I'm
Damn,
taking
boy.
Halliburton.
No, I mean,
I'm taking
nah. I'm gonna
Halliburton,
take.
bro.
I'm gonna take Ja. I'm gonna take Ja. I'm gonna
Okay,
take
I can
Ja.
respect it. I can respect that though.
I'm
But
gonna
me
take Ja.
personally, I'm taking Halliburton.
Yeah. I mean, you. There ain't no argument. What about I got one for you. Let me see where they got him at. Oh, they got this man hurt. What's going on?
8 point game. Indiana just got a steal. Oh, that boy Rip. That boy Rip just Rip Halliburton. What's the He's a play for the Lakers, a white boy.
Caruso.
Russo. That boy just ripped Halliburton, and then he going to the free throw line. They fouled him hard, boy. They probably gonna review this.
So okay, look now. They got Tyrese Maxey. He's the point guard.
I tell you, Tyrese Maxey. Hey, listen, I like his game,
You
but I'm
say
gonna take
going into next season, I'm gonna take Maxey.
over Halliburton. Okay, okay. I like
I mean,
Morant over Hall. I like Morant
Halliburton is
over Maxey.
clutch.
I like Morant. I like Morant over Maxey.
Halliburton is clutch, but to me, like you say, he's not consistent enough, bro.
Yeah, let me tell you, the beginning of the season, man, I don't know what was up with Halliburton. If you look at the first quarter of the season, hey, boy, it was, I don't know what was up with him. It was terrible. Like, he looked really, really bad out there.
Just right there, he looked bad.
Yeah, for real, for real.
What about the young? What about the young bull over there in Detroit, man? Cade Cunningham.
Yeah, but he ain't point guard.
Cunningham is the point guard.
Dang, that's crazy. Ooh, that's a tough one. Hey, that boy really, yeah, he definitely gonna be. He Cunningham top 10 player, boy.
Cunningham is a point guard, man.
You know, you forget that, but he don't. Dang,
Huh?
yeah, he is the point guard. How
Yeah,
tall
he
is
was.
Cunningham? Cunningham 6'8" too, ain't 6'7".
Oh, there was Jay Style on here say Kyrie, Steph. The boy got in the comments.
Nah, Kyrie
Morant,
for sure. Nah, bro. Kyrie hurt, but at the same time, I take Kyrie over Halliburton any day.
Trey Young.
I take Trey Young over Halliburton.
You got Morant too. You say you don't take Morant.
I take Halliburton over Morant. Let me tell you, the reason why I mentioned that is because that's like how close, like them two, that Morant is like, you know what I'm saying? It's not Halliburton don't got him beat by a lot. It's barely, barely, barely. I barely take Halliburton over Morant. But them what you just named,
Then you
I
got SGA. See, he already he
that's
fought. He
fine. Not he top five.
falling.
Not I'm saying we done
Huh?
named. So hold on, you done named. Hold on, Steph.
He out the top five. I say he top
He's
10.
six.
He out the top
Now
five.
he has six. We done named six. We done named five better than him.
Yeah.
Well, you name.
I named six. You
Yeah, you
named
named
five.
six. I named five better than him. You named six better than him. Well, you named actually you named because you took Tyrese too. Tyrese
Yeah.
Maxey. I
So I
got
got
you got him at 7 right now, 8. I got him at
yeah, you
6.
got 7, 8. Let me see. Yeah, Ja, Kyrie,
Kyrie over him. I got Kyrie over for
SGA,
SGA over him. That's 2
um,
for me.
yeah, Cunningham.
I take Cunningham. Ooh man, yeah, I take Cunningham over him. Ooh,
So
hey,
what about what's the
that
name?
hey, I take Cunningham over Morant
Yeah,
for
I probably
sure.
would too.
I'm
Cunningham is
gonna
more complete
I'm gonna take Cunningham. Cunningham is definitely gonna be. He definitely has a higher ceiling
than Ja.
than Cunningham got a higher ceiling than Halliburton for sure.
Yeah.
Cunningham could be a top 5 player easy in the next year or two. That's how good he can be.
So I got six. I got six down.
Okay,
Brunson, Curry, Ja, Maxi, SGA, Kyrie. Oh, I ain't even put Cunningham.
I got 5 over him. Then I'm gonna take Cunningham.
He top
Man,
10 for sure. Top 10 point guard. When
yeah,
you're
I got
not
him at 6 right now. I only
got him
named
at
5
six,
better than him at point guard.
got him at 8.
You got him at 8 point guard. So I told
Yeah.
you. So yeah, top 10 point. Yeah, I got him at 6 right now. So I don't think that's it.
But I don't think he's not gonna crack the top 20 player though.
Yeah, yeah. It's gonna be close. It's gonna be close. It's gonna
Top
be close.
20 player?
Nah, you're right, man. Because we done named 6.
Just point guards.
Yeah, yeah. That my.
So
I'm definitely
yeah,
gonna do that top
they
20.
start they start on
I'm a.
they start on through nah they start say Murray, Jamal Murray. I don't know. I probably
Ooh,
I don't know now.
hold on. Boy, I like Jamal Murray, boy. I like Jamal Murray game.
You got Jamal Murray,
I'm taking Jamal Murray over Halliburton, bro.
and then he say Lamelo.
Nah. I'm gonna take Halliburton over Melo right now.
Lamelo just ain't score yet. I don't, Lamelo could score. Damn, boy.
I'm taking
Casey
Murray over
really pulling
Halliburton though,
this
bro.
off right now.
I'm gonna tell you, man, Halliburton is so hard right now because of them clutch shots, bro. Like that's big time for me, bro. But I'm gonna take Murray over Halliburton too. So right now he has 7 for me.
To me, look with me, Halliburton. If he had more of a dog, if he acted more like a dog, he probably would get better. Dog, he'll probably be better. He don't. He
But
played too much a little bit,
but
dog.
listen, but listen. I've been watching his defense these playoffs, bro. I don't know. I feel like I don't see him letting up on defense like him just laying down. Like he hasn't laid down on the defensive end. In the blowout game, yeah, he did a little bit. I watched some possessions but it was already a blowout. He wasn't like trying hardest. But in the other, but I seen Halliburton play defense, man. Like really play some defense, man. Like make them take really tough shots, or he blocked shots and got steals. And he ain't about to win this game. And Halliburton is the main
That
reason
shit
why.
over with, man. They up. What? They up 8 with a minute left, unless they blow it like New York blew it against them.
I'm
That
saying
shit over.
Halliburton is the reason they won this game, though. He played better than the
And
soccer.
SGA,
No, well,
Siakam.
yeah, Siakam.
He
He
did his
played.
thing today. He 2 rebounds away from a triple double, 22, 10, and 8.
Siakam,
Nah, that's Halliburton numbers.
yeah, Halliburton played today, man. He made and how many steals he got? I done seen him make some steals too.
Steals, I gotta get all the way inside this thing to see the steals.
Nah, yeah, but I'm just saying I seen him had 2 steals, so I know I seen 2 steals.
Nah, he did his thing today, man.
He did, man. It's a big win. It's a real big win for them. Like honestly, they up 2-1 right now.
Yeah,
Ooh,
I took 5. My ticket already did.
yep. And I pick OKC in 6.
So them boy can't lose no more. Damn, well,
I pick OKC
OKC
to
can't go.
come back. I think
OKC can't
OKC,
go down 3. They can't
yeah,
go down 3.
they'll win
They
in this
won.
game. I think OKC will win in this game.
They got to go back home 2-2.
Man, this thing probably gonna go 7, man.
Damn, I ain't believing Indiana. I took Milwaukee over Indiana.
Nah, I
I
took
took
Indiana over
Cleveland.
Milwaukee.
I
I
took
even
Cleveland over Indiana.
I
I took
so
New York over Indiana.
at the very end, the second half of the season, I think Indiana had the third. I want to say the third or fourth best record in the NBA, man. People fail to realize that second half of the season they really turned it on. They had the third or fourth best record in the NBA in the second half of the season. I picked Indiana to beat. I picked Indiana in 5 to beat Milwaukee,
Yeah, nah. With me, I
but
I
I
thought they
picked them
could
to lose
do
in
it.
New York in
I,
7, and I picked
yeah,
Cleveland to beat them in 6. So I'm with you on that. I didn't think they was gonna, but man,
damn,
Rick
that was
Carlisle,
Pacers in
that
6. That's Jay Star say Pacers in 6.
who?
Jerry say Pacers in 6.
Hey, hey,
Yeah, that'll be. This be one of the big. This would be one of the biggest finals upsets in history, though.
hey, boy.
If they could
Uh,
pull this off, though. If they could pull it
no,
off, this would be one of
I
the
don't
biggest
think it's gonna
upsets.
be one of the biggest upsets. No, I think it
What
will be an upset, but I don't think it will be one of the biggest. No, I don't think it won't be.
it'll be up there with LeBron beating Golden State.
Well, that was an upset because they were down 3-1, though, right? Or you mean from the
No,
beginning?
it was yeah, pretty much the 3-1. Yeah, you could
Yeah,
say
yeah,
that.
it was an upset like that. But
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
saying
you're right. 3-1.
before they played the game, there was a lot of people picking Cleveland to win that series.
Yeah, you're
It, wa-
right.
it
You're
was
right.
more.
The
It was
biggest
half and
upset
half.
was
It was
3-1.
half and half.
Now you're right on
Actually,
that one. It was the upset, the 3-1 upset.
yeah,
The
yeah, that was
3-1
that 3-1.
comeback, we could say. The
Right.
3-1 comeback.
Nobody thought they was gonna do that. I don't think.
What other finals you think could be the biggest upset when you look at these two teams, bro? You can't. I mean, you probably could, but I can't think of none right now. What's
Dang, you might be you got a point there. I ain't really think
what
about
other
it.
finals? What other finals?
The reason why I said that is
Now,
because
what other finals would be a bigger upset than this? Let me see. Let me know what finals you could think of in recent history that I could think of that is a bigger because
nah, you
look at
got a good
OKC.
point because I can't think of nothing. But I'm just thinking when you said up like a biggest upset, I'm thinking like nah, I could see Indiana doing something like this. You even said they could shock the world, but you right though when you saying because there's not really that many upsets in the finals. That you're right.
The number one seed team, the number one team in the league. So we're looking at the records right now, right? 68-14, right? That's OKC record, regular season record. 68-14. And then the Pacers, 50-32. They start say Pistons beating the Lakers. That's big too, dog. But the Lakers had, come on, man. The Lakers had the Pistons had certified Hall of Famers on their team, though. They had a squad. It was, I think this would be bigger than that.
No,
To be honest,
back up to what you said a little earlier.
I think this one's bigger, J Star.
You was right also about the Cleveland and Golden State too, bro. That wasn't upset. More. A lot of people picked Golden State to win it. Cause remember that was Golden State's record year.
73-9. That's
Right.
that 73-9 year.
Exactly.
Uh,
So listen,
Don't look at the records. J Star, we gotta look at the records. Indiana came out of nowhere, and then you could even look at the spreads to tell you it's a big upset. Game one was what 10.5 spread. I'm talking about if you're looking at it like that. The game one was 10.5 spread.
straight up,
I,
yeah, yeah.
I don't know. I don't remember the spreads back then for the Lakers in Detroit. I could guarantee you none of the games was no 10-point spreads, bro. The
Nah,
game was not 10
it could
point
have.
spread.
Yeah.
It couldn't. Nah,
That's
bro.
that's
You had
interesting.
Wallace, you
Think
had
about it.
Billups, you had Wallace, right? You had both Wallaces.
Yeah, but
Isn't that the
everybody.
game with
But that was
Prince? You
upset.
had
It
Prince.
definitely was the upset though.
No, it was an upset, but I don't think it'll be bigger than this, though. I don't think it's bigger than this. If you look at the where Indiana came from,
Nah, I think people was picking the Lakers to sweep that series, man.
looking to for who? What you think they were looking for at this? What you think? Look what you said. You said somebody betted $100,
No,
right?
a
For
boy bet
a
$1,000
thousand,
that
a
that
thousand to get a 40,000 back. So the
40.
odds, they're already telling you those odds is like,
True,
bruh,
true. Okay,
there's
okay,
no
okay.
chance. There's no chance that's gonna happen. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Right.
Jay Styles. Okay, you say they've been doing it all playoffs, but I'm talking about where they coming from. What were they? Okay, so Indiana played Milwaukee in the first round, right? So there was what the sixth seed, because wasn't Milwaukee the third seed? What was Indiana's seed? Wasn't they the third seed? I mean the sixth seed?
Yeah, cause they ain't playing the play in.
No, they ain't playing the play, and they was the sixth seed.
Yeah, they was a six
They
seed.
played Milwaukee.
Milwaukee
Milwaukee
was
was
the
the
third
third
seed.
seed, right?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you're right. Yeah.
Because because Detroit and New York was 4-5, and they played each other in the first round, right? New York, Indiana was the first round matchup. They played. They fought number 4-5.
Okay.
We
Yeah,
say
four
that,
and five. It was four and
and it
five.
was the three seed. Who was the three seed? J Star. Hold on. Let me look this up, man. We got the internet right here. We about to see right quick, man.
Who
Let me
that is,
see.
Jared?
Yeah, NBA playoff seeding. Let me see, man. Let me double check that. Yeah, Pacers was the okay. There was the fourth seed. There was the fourth seed, 4-5. So the Knicks, okay, the Knicks in Boston, Pistons was 3-6. So the Pacers was fourth seed, right?
And Milwaukee was the
They
fifth.
coming from the fourth seed, and they pretty much there was a top seed underdog, I think. And nah, Milwaukee was injured, so there was an underdog, but
Yeah,
there was an underdog against Cleveland, and there was an underdog
for sure.
against
New York.
New York, right? And they were playing on the road. Both times they were playing on the road for those two matchups. Hold on. So Hold on, Jay. So I would, but this is a conversation uh, that I know that I'm confident that I'm right on.
But one of
I
the
mean,
big
I can't say I'm right. It's not a right or wrong conversation.
nah nah, but you
I
made
think
some valid
I got a valid point.
yeah, you made some valid points for sure. And when we start talking about it, I kind of I think I jumped the gun on it too because you think about it, where was the other? You can't really name a lot of upsets in the finals. So LA and Detroit definitely was one. And you could put Cleveland because they, like Golden State was 73-9. Because so you could consider that an upset.
Yeah, but like you said, that was an upset. But I think it was a bigger, like it was bigger because of the 3-1 comeback.
Definitely, no doubt
Yeah,
about it.
because of that 3-1 comeback.
Yeah, that was crazy.
But if I can just find this, hold on, they started coming on, but I was trying to find these stats right quick. Detroit Pistons and the Lakers. What year was that?
That was old. That was old, old, old one,
Detroit Pistons.
old one, old two at the latest.
Then say '04 finals. '04.
Oh, that was old four. Yeah, yeah, you
Yeah,
probably. Oh,
'04
that was
finals.
old three. Old three.
Let me see.
Nah, you're right. That was because you need your phone, my boy. That why you over here?
Hold on. But it is.
Chilling, man. What's going on with you? I ain't seen you in a minute.
Cooler, cooler.
Still look the same. You ain't aging.
Yeah, man. Yeah,
Yeah.
man. I'm trying to tell y'all, man. This ain't no upset, bro.
How
Like
was it?
I
What?
agree with Robert, bro. If them boys win, it wouldn't be no big surprise, bro. Cause they've been doing it all playoffs.
Okay,
So
look what you're saying though. Look what you're saying, bro.
like
They've been
it
doing it
wouldn't
all. They've
surprise
been doing
me.
it all playoffs. All right. So let's just say before the playoffs started, right?
Yeah.
Before the playoffs started,
Nobody was picking Indy,
did
bro.
you see? Did you
No,
see
no, no.
Indiana?
Nobody picking them.
Okay, that's what I'm trying to say. That's what I'm trying to get at. Before the
Yeah.
playoffs started, you didn't. Nobody could say they imagined the Pistons in the finals,
Oh,
right?
okay.
No, nobody.
Okay. I'm thinking you talking about like coming into the finals, like when everybody knew okay it's gonna be Pacers versus
Yeah,
No,
OKC.
no,
Like
yeah.
no,
once
no,
everybody knew that,
not
like I ain't
not
see like
totally
it.
like that. No,
Okay,
not
I thought
totally
that was
like
what you
that
meant.
because they've been planning. They won. They already won the game,
Yeah,
so I wouldn't say that
they
like
done
that.
showed you they could knock off. They could
Yeah,
knock off the big dogs. So
and
like Robbie said, it wasn't really like it wouldn't surprise me now if they knock them off because they young. OKC still young. They still trying to learn how to win.
I thought they learned when they were playing against Denver. But right, what I was gonna say, yeah, they in Indiana coming into the playoffs, nobody thought they could get there. OKC coming into the playoffs, that was their destination. If they didn't make it, it would have been a failure almost. You see what I'm
Nah,
saying? If they didn't make the finals, it would have been a failure. Indiana, no, nobody thought they'll make it out. They'll make it this far, man, to make it to the playoffs. Like I said, I just looked up the thing right now, bro. I looked up. You said the
Eh,
Pistons. The Pistons had Hall of Famers.
Yeah, but
They had
they
both
weren't Hall
college,
of Famers. You can say that now because after what they did, but at the time they wasn't Hall of Famers though.
but there
The
was there
Lakers
was
had
there was
that.
them.
Lakers had that squad that year, man. They had. Don't get me wrong, them boys was old. They had Gary Payton, Karl Malone. Them boys are old, But ain't nobody expect Pistons to beat them boys like they did. They down there swept them.
Yeah, they beat them
Remember?
4-1.
They beat them 4-1. Everybody was shocked. They got Kobe, Shaq, and you had
Definitely.
all that shit over there.
Nah,
That
yeah,
was a big upset,
that's
bro.
that's real.
You
I
feel me? Because you got to think, coming in, that was their first championship, right? The Pistons?
yep. Since
Yeah,
I
that was their
said it,
first.
Yes,
Like,
since
after
Isaiah.
they won that, that's when people start realizing, okay, Tayshaun Prince was good. You know, Rip was starting to become like a all-star. Billups was that man, and they had Rasheed and all them. But
yep,
at the time, they was just like a good team, bro. That's later on, like everybody became who they was.
true,
Feel me?
true.
Chauncey got 2.
Chauncey Dewey.
Two
Who else you got? You
MVP.
got another one?
How many rings them? Didn't them boys only win that one?
I was two. I
Yeah.
was a two.
They lost to Spurs the
They
next year.
made it. They made it again, but they didn't win.
Okay, so they
Yeah,
only won one.
yeah, they lost to the Spurs in seven.
Right.
That was a good ass series too, though.
But
It was a
them
boring ass
boys,
series, but it was good.
you know, the Spurs in it, that shit gonna be kind of boring. Unless when they were playing Miami, that
Truth
shit
be
was
told, bro,
tough.
this playoff series kind of boring, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Yeah,
I was
The
going for the
first half
Knicks.
definitely boring.
Yeah, I was going for
but
the
just like
Knicks
I was
and
saying, bro,
Ant Man.
I think what's the name would have had a better would have had an easy like I said, easier matchup against the Knicks.
Knicks.
I think OKC would have been the Knicks would have been an easier matchup for OKC.
Yeah, I think they sweep the Knicks. I
That's how
think
I
they
see
sweep the Knicks. They play the Knicks.
I ain't say sweep, but I think it would have been an
Nah, they
easier
sweep them straight. You still like them? You still like the Knicks? You still
match.
a Knicks fan?
No, man, I left the Knicks since goddamn
Nah,
John Stark
real,
retired,
the reason
man.
why I think they sweep the Knicks, cause Thibodeau don't go too. He don't go deep. He go like
Yeah,
he got like a seven. I think he goes seven deep, bro. Like he
yeah,
bring two off the
70.
bench. You can't play like that with OKC, bro. Cause OKC they
KC
got them
running,
bodies.
they running all day, running.
Yeah, they running and they got them bodies, bro. New York,
And that's the
nah,
reason why Indiana match up good with them too, because Indiana, they the whole playoffs, except for really this series, they play full court press a lot of I say 80% of the time.
yeah, they put that pressure on, and they deep too.
Yeah, they
They
deep.
got they got they got they got bodies. They got body for body with OKC.
Yeah, they got eight. They got 8-9 for sure.
Yeah. See, that's the only way you got to be able to do that shit for the whole series, though. That's the problem. OKC, they younger. You know, they got them dogs over there. So you got to be able to match that. You feel me? Like,
I want to see how they bounce back.
you know how
I
the
think they're gonna
playoffs
bounce
go.
back next game.
They gotta win this next game.
Man, I like Pacers in six, man.
Pacers, come on, bro. You can say 7, dog.
Six, man. They,
I said
they
if
gonna
they
do
win it, they
Rick
gonna win in seven.
Carlisle. Rick Carlisle gonna do the same thing he did in Miami.
Make
Hey,
somebody else beat them.
I,
Hmm
I think Rick the most underrated coach in the NBA.
He know what he doing.
He know what he doing.
Yeah, you know what he doing. I don't even know who the head coach is for OKC. Who the head coach is?
I forgot
I
his
don't
name.
know his
I don't even
name.
know his name
Oh
either.
man, his name.
I know his
He a
face.
young.
He look
He
young.
young.
He look like
He ain't ready yet.
he look like he
He
about
young.
38 years old.
Yeah, I forgot his name. He young though.
He ain't
Real
ready
shit.
yet, Spade. He got plenty of time. He gonna be a Scott Brooks, get there, lose, and don't never go back.
Nah, Jay. He
nah, I'm
got.
just
As long as they
bullshit.
keep, if they keep that team, the only thing with them though, you already know how the NBA is with these contracts. So if you don't do it with these players when they're young, chances is they're gonna leave because you can't. You're not gonna be able to pay them. You're not gonna be able to pay them all. You know what I'm saying? If
You know,
SGA, Chet,
SJ ain't going nowhere.
But listen to this.
SGA, Chet,
Them boys the
and
youngest in the
Williams,
league.
yeah, but you still got a 4 to 5 year window where you're gonna have to re-sign them.
Right.
Get that rookie contract gonna run out.
And they got three first round picks this upcoming
Mhm.
draft.
203, 203. But they got like the most draft picks.
Right.
They got like the most draft picks the next 2 years though. So they got draft picks, but these players once they start getting these rewards, these all pro teams,
Them boys fuck with each
all
other,
NBA
man. You
teams.
you don't see them after every game. They ain't finna. Well,
Yeah, but when that
they,
when that $10 to $15 million come to question, they're gonna like, bro, I love you, dog, but I gotta go.
nah, I don't think they core gonna leave. Cause look, you gotta
Gotta get
understand,
that
Spade.
money.
They got that same on. They got the same owner, Sam Presti, that let Harden, Westbrook. He let that break up. He not gonna do that again. He do that again, man. They gonna run him out of time, bro.
Hey, he
Yeah, I mean,
just
he gonna keep the core together. He gonna keep Chet, Williams, and SGA together. Like the role players, I don't know. They might be gone, but that core, like them top three players, he gonna make sure they stay.
Yeah, I
Cause
think they too.
he fucked up already
Yeah, I
when
think
he
I
let
think.
when he let Harden and Westbrook go. I mean Harden and Durant go.
Cause let me tell you, if one of them leave, they not gonna be as good as if they stay.
Facts.
bruh.
Not because they
Like
Chet.
And y'all
They,
already
that's
talking
that
about
team.
adding
That
another
team like
piece.
they really they got a real like a college team if you look at it.
Bruh. If they lose this finals and if they lose this finals and then like something happened that they don't go back next year, it's getting broken up. SGA is locked in. They got too many draft picks. They gonna break that shit up, dog.
no, I'm saying, but when I say they're not gonna be as good, I'm talking about the players like Williams and the Slim. I don't think they're gonna be as good somewhere else.
Facts. Yeah, they're gonna be more pressing. Like I don't see if Williams goes somewhere, he gotta stay as a number two. He can't like try to. He ain't gonna be like Harden. You see how Harden left on OKC and he went to another team and became a superstar
Be
number
one,
one.
two, not nah.
Williams not
What's the
gonna be
name?
able to do that if he leave. He gonna still be because he good,
Yeah,
but
he
he
a
still
two.
finding
He a
himself.
two.
He ain't there yet.
Yeah, he
Same
a
thing
two.
for Chet. Chet not gonna be able. They ain't gonna be able to leave like Robert say and go be the man nowhere. They gonna
Yeah,
be like
Chet
role
not even
players.
a two right now. Chet a three.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
He fit in
Chet
He
good
got the
not. No,
because
I'm
they
just
potential.
they
Don't get me
young. They got a
wrong. He got the
chemistry.
potential.
They'll be fools to break that up. OKC better pay
no,
up.
I'm just
Hey, if they
saying.
got to go
But these
get
all
if they got
the
to go
thing
get
about
some
that
other
though
sorry
is
players but for less money, they better do that. They got to keep them
it's
three.
the all NBA teams that break teams up.
Cause
Cause
they want that
imagine,
money.
yeah, cause once you make an all NBA team or win one of these rewards, all defensive team, um, shit like that, you qualify for a max. You see what
Shit,
I'm saying?
they gotta figure it out then. They gotta
You
figure
know,
it.
Chet, this is length are gonna put him in the second or third all defensive team. Williams, I think he was in the second all defensive team this year. SGA won the MVP. So now all this and
Williams ain't make no all. Williams ain't make
I
no
think he
all
was the
NBA
second
team.
I think
Nah.
he was the second or third all NBA team. Yeah, he did. He made an all NBA team and all defensive team this year.
Oh yeah, that price don't went up
So
then.
yeah, the prices go up. So now you keep the core together, but you lose them role players that was coming off the bench. And that's what be breaking these teams up. That's why these teams got to go on their runs,
Yeah.
and then they got to do it, and then they got to try again. You know what I'm saying? But yo, man, one last subject before we get out of here, man. I heard about the what's the name? What's that team, man? I'm gonna forget. Trying to get the Knicks, trying to get Jason Kidd from Dallas.
Yeah. I don't think he
But
helped him though.
huh? You don't think
I
he get him
don't
over
think
that
he
hump?
helped him though.
Do you even think he go?
Yeah, they fired Thibodeau for a reason. Like you're not gonna fire a coach that just got you damn near to the finals if you ain't already had a replacement in mind. So they pretty much. I won't be surprised he go. He be there.
But he don't take him over the hump.
No, I don't think so. They need more than Jason Kidd. Jason Kidd don't won? He ain't won nothing. He done got him to the finals with
Right.
Dallas. You know, when he was in Brooklyn, he ain't do nothing. When he was in
That,
Milwaukee, he ain't do nothing.
that's
You
what
know.
that's what they really that's what they banking on right there.
But let me. You think Thibodeau deserved to get fired?
Who me? Nah,
Yeah.
I don't think he deserved to get fired.
You be
I
truth
just
be
feel like
told, this was probably his best coaching job of his career. If you ask
yeah,
me, since he been coaching,
the media got him fired.
man, he in New York. You know, New York, they ain't got no patience in New York. Yeah, you
Yeah,
gotta
in
win,
New York,
boy.
the
It
fan
ain't
base
easy.
in New York and the media got him fired because the media was rooting for him to get fired.
I'm gonna tell you what New York need. They need to make that move and try to get KDO Giannis. The
New
head
York.
coach, just getting Jason Kidd ain't gonna cut it, bro.
Yeah, yeah.
Don't
Get
get me
KD.
wrong. I like Cat. Cat had a good playoff run, but Cat gotta go.
But
Gotta go.
who you give up for KD? Cat.
Hell yeah, Cat. You give a Cat for it. You give a, bro. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. Cat just missing something, bro. You feel me? Like I don't
The
know.
only thing wrong
It
with
might
Cat
just
is
be
that
me, bro. It's like,
he's zesty, man.
huh?
Only thing
Yeah,
wrong with I
man.
like Cat game. I think he played great, but I just
Yeah, that's what I said. He had a great playoff run, but
I feel like
I
oh
don't know. I don't feel like he getting over that hump, bro.
Cat not it.
He ain't it, bro.
the other center a dog for sure, man. Rebounds and defense. That boy, I love him.
But Robinson,
Yeah, man. I
Can't make
like
yeah,
a
yeah,
free throw.
yeah.
He
Cat.
can't make a free throw.
I feel like they should run it back. I
You
feel
think
like
they
they should
keep?
have run it back with Thibodeau. You know, what is they even the reason? What was the reason they fired him? They even have a reason to come out? Is a reason come out about that? What I don't.
Yeah,
The
that was
players,
crazy.
well, I think the players probably they upset. I'm sure, right?
Yeah, the only reason I heard he's not a player's coach, and he
So,
run him into the
so
ground too.
the players got him fired.
I guess certain players saying he's not a player's coach. It's probably they not gonna trade because he probably fired him for Cat because he began on Cat, and which sometimes you need to, bro. Ever since Cat
I think the only
been
player
in
that could have
Minnesota,
got him fired is Brunson, man.
Brunson.
If anybody gonna get him fired, it was Brunson, man.
Why would Brunson fire him? Your dad is on the
Brunson
day
is
after
he is a
the day
superstar
after
though,
the game.
Spade. You know, usually the superstar is the one.
I don't think Cat could do that. I don't think Cat got the pull to do that, man.
Oh nah,
Cat
hell
and several
nah.
other players,
I
but
don't think it was
why would
Cat neither.
Brunson get him fired though if he got your dad on the
True,
coaching staff?
true. I'm saying, but I didn't think it was a player got him fired.
Yeah, I ain't think it
That's what
was.
I'm saying.
I ain't
I
know the
don't
play.
think
I ain't even know the players ain't get along with him.
Yeah,
I heard
I thought the
he's not
players
a
did
player.
get along with him.
You say he's not a player's coach.
The only player I heard a complaint about
He tough.
Jimmy. Did Jimmy have a problem with him in Chicago? Yeah,
Yeah, I think so. Yeah,
I think had a
I
problem.
think he did. But
but
Jimmy
there's
got a problem with everybody, man.
right, exactly,
No, I
exactly.
think Jimmy had a problem with him in Minnesota. Didn't Jimmy go join him in Minnesota?
No, so why would Jimmy go to Minnesota?
Oh
Yeah, it
yeah,
was
yeah, you right.
Maybe it wasn't Minnesota. That's what I'm thinking about. Maybe I don't know for sure, but maybe it was Minnesota he had an issue with. But Jimmy had an issue with everybody in Minnesota. He dogged them
especially,
boys out. He told them boys they
especially
sucked.
Cat. It was Cat. He had a problem with Cat.
He definitely had a
He
problem
had
with.
a problem with Cat mainly.
Yeah,
It was
that might
Cat.
be the reason I don't respect Cat, man. Jimmy left that bad taste in my mouth about him. I can't. He just, I
Yeah,
don't know. He just ain't got it, bro.
Hey, if you just watch basketball and watch him, but I understand what you're saying because I can't be a fan of Cat either. But I feel like he makes some big plays now. He
Yeah,
played well.
he definitely balled out. He
He
had a
played
good
well,
playoff run.
man. He played well, but oh man, I just can't get past some things. You feel me? I can't really be a fan of him, but I got to give him his due with what he did on the court though. He did well, and all the extra stuff is weird to me. But
Hmm. That boy get there, man.
hey, put that top 20 together. I'm gonna put the top 20 together.
You gonna put your top 20?
Yeah, I'm gonna put it together. I want to do that. I'm gonna see what I come up with.
Halliburton ain't in that top 20, bro. I'm sorry.
What you think? You think Halliburton in the top 25, Jerry?
25, maybe, not 20.
Not 20.
Yeah, not 20. He
I
don't
think
get me
20.
wrong, he having a historical playoff run, but it's 20 players out there better than him.
Yeah,
I
but I'm
think.
saying 25. I said 25 for sure. He in the top 25.
Yeah, he could crack 25.
Yeah, he can crack
But
25.
we'll see. We'll see.
Cause you
Yeah,
gotta think, even some players that's hurt, I still like him over him. I still like Tatum, Brian. I still like Dame. You feel me?
And see, I wasn't.
I like
I ain't
all
put
them players
Dame.
over
I
him.
ain't put Dame because Dame was hurt. That's why I ain't mentioned
No,
Dame
that's
because
what
I
I'm
know.
saying. So y'all counting like active players that's y'all talking about going in the next year or just talking about
I'm
back
talking
like
about
this year
I'm talking
in
about
general?
let's say the last 2 years.
The last 2 years? Oh,
Yeah,
okay, that's easy. It's definitely
I'm saying you can rate the player from that, but like Dame, yeah, he injured so much and he ain't played well last year at all. So I ain't mess with Dame. I ain't really messed with Dame since he been in
okay,
Milwaukee,
we'll
honestly.
take Dame out, but well the 10 is easy. You still gotta put Braun there. You still gotta put Steph. You gotta put KD. I'm gonna put all the big dogs.
You could put them
Steph,
at 7. You could put them at 8, 9, 10.
okay. All right, in no order, I'm gonna give you 20 right now. In no order. Y'all tell me who
No,
y'all
no,
don't
no.
agree
Get
with.
get 10. Get 10.
Get 10.
Yeah, get 10.
All right, give you 10. Give you KD. Give you AD. Give you Kyrie, Steph. Give you Joker, Luca. I said Braun.
Yeah,
Okay, Braun. Give you Brunson. Give you Tatum. Give you Ant Man. Give you Shot. That's already 10
G,
right there.
Yeah,
yeah.
it's
That's
J
already
10 right
10
there.
when I stopped at Ant Man. Which one y'all agree with out of
I'm,
them 10?
I think I'm gonna take the AD out of there.
Y'all
I'm gonna
for
take
AD?
out of there.
No. Oh,
I'm
why?
saying
Cause he always
I'm
hurt.
saying out of that 10 because you named 11 or 12.
Yeah, cause
Yeah.
he always hurt.
Yeah, man. I can't. I mean, don't get me wrong.
Okay,
AD when he was in New Orleans, but I thought AD was gonna be like crazy.
But like a creative player.
I thought
so
he was gonna be somebody,
so
a Hall of
okay,
Fame
so we'll
like
take
type.
AD out. What you think? You take AD out too, Sway?
Well, over
No,
Halliburton.
out of that
Yeah.
11, he had them just called out.
No, I'm gonna take AD over Halle.
Over
Okay.
who?
So who you
I'm gonna
don't
take
like on my
AD over. I'm gonna
list? Who
take
you don't
AD
like
over
out them 11
Halliburton.
I just named?
Over Halliburton.
Yeah. You like all of 'em?
No, I
Yeah,
like all of them. I like all of them over
I'm
Halliburton.
telling Robbie that I
No,
don't think.
I like all of them over Halliburton.
Okay.
But I don't think I put AD in my top 15. Maybe I don't know. Maybe I will, but I
No,
wouldn't put him in my top
no, I
10.
don't think. No, the way. No, I don't think that list. AD probably not gonna be in my top 10. I don't think.
Nah, AD ain't gonna be in my top
AD
10.
not in my top 10. I
He
could
might not
find.
be in my top 15.
Yeah. Mhm.
Nah, man, listen, AD. If you got to be healthy. You got to stay on the court. He
Nah,
too
yeah, you
soft,
right.
man. He's
That
soft
matter.
as cotton.
All that matter right there.
Yeah, it do matter, man.
But
But
I
when he
don't
when
think
he on, he on. He definitely.
Yeah,
healthy,
availability counts.
healthy, and playing like he's supposed, like he capable of playing. He up there. I give him that.
Steph and LeBron and KD, man, this
And
might be this might
we
be
ain't
their
even
last
mention
year, bro.
Kawhi. Remember now
Yeah,
Kawhi
yeah,
cold
fact.
now.
Yeah, I was
Kawhi,
gonna say Kawhi, but Kawhi
Kawhi,
like an AD. He worse than AD.
but
I
yeah, you right.
yeah.
He showing out
Kawhi
some
showed some
playoff though.
flashes.
But
Kawhi showed some
when he
flashes back
play,
this year, but it was nothing like the old Kawhi.
he on. But it's just he don't play that much.
Yeah, he had a what? He had what? In that series, he had 3 elite games like against Denver. No, was it Denver? Yeah, it was a Denver. He had three
Denver.
Yeah,
games, but he just looked like the old Kawhi.
yeah, he was putting them on his back.
He was.
Dang, I ain't gonna lie, I forgot Donovan Mitchell. Y'all, what y'all think about him?
Ooh, I'm not a Donovan Mitchell fan, man. Don't get
Man,
me wrong. He has the
Like
talent, but
playmaking, man.
when it comes down to it, I feel like in crunch time at the very like when you gotta put that team on your back. I seen him do it before, but then I
would
seen
you
him
take
quit
him
on
over
this team.
Halliburton though? If you got
Yeah,
who you picking, him or Halliburton?
if I'm going into a game, I'm taking Donovan.
Yeah. I'm gonna take Donovan over him. Yeah,
Okay,
Donovan over Halliburton.
but he
Because
not no top 10 though.
But I'm not a fan. I'm not a big fan of Mitchell until he showed me otherwise. I feel like he I feel like he look for the easy way out sometimes.
That back up, that step back jumper.
No, I mean the man could take it to the hole, man. He has all the ability to go to the hole. I feel like he rely on that three too much because he get cold, especially in. I see the
yeah,
last 2 years. I seen him go cold in the playoffs from that three. Like he can't hit nothing.
Yeah, that's what I
they
do.
settle.
He rely on that three ball too much.
If you see where they should have won, where they should have beat Indy in that game two, he he went to the hole constantly.
Oh, when he dropped them 40 points.
No, 42. Yeah, I think he had
Yeah,
42.
yeah. He
I
They
he
mean
still
spilled
that
over
lost.
that
that
game.
no that's what I'm talking about. Like that's what he got to do. You know what I'm saying?
They
Then
still lost.
if he
They
do
lost
that,
that
he top
Yeah,
10,
they
boy.
lost, but they came back that game though.
Yeah,
game.
Indiana came back and that's why Halliburton hit that game winning three.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, yeah, boy, good looking. So I don't know. Next time, I don't know. We get on here, chop it up a little more, man.
For sure, I appreciate y'all, boy. Good seeing you,
Yes,
Jerry.
sir. Good.
Y'all just let me know next time y'all getting on.
All right. So everybody that's watching, man, y'all subscribe, like, share, follow, and remember, man, win on three. All right, y'all boys.
Yo.
No.